Today on Lunar Arcade, we're taking a detailed look at Valve's bombshell newest lineup of hardware. The Steam Machine, the new Steam controller, and surprisingly, the advanced Steam Frame, a device that could reshape portable gaming, living room setups, and even VR streaming. In this episode, we'll break down each device, why they matter, and how they fit into the future of PC gaming. But first, we're starting with the heart of the lineup, the new Steam Machine. Before we get started, welcome to Lunar Arcade, your home for retro classics, HD remasters, hardware deep dives, and all things gaming. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new episode, including my upcoming review of Trails of Cold Steel 3. I'm making my way through the series one game at a time, and I want to let you guys know why it's worth your time. Valve's new Steam Machine is a compact, cube-sized gaming PC built for living room setups, clean desk spaces, and easy travel, and honestly, this is something I've personally been waiting for years, and it's just kind of funny because I did have a thought the other day, damn, I really wish I could play on my living room TV, but at a better quality than what the Steam Deck can actually offer. My main gaming PC is powerful, but it's massive, heavy, and annoying to move, and it's not in my living room. The Steam Deck is great for portability, but not always ideal for big screen multiplayer games at higher resolutions and frame rates. This new Steam Machine solves both problems. A fully capable PC, console-sized, quiet, strong, and easy to bring anywhere. Valve advertises the Steam Machine as more powerful than the Steam Deck thanks to a custom Zen 4 CPU and RDNA3 GPU with 28 compute units, a huge step up from the Deck's hardware. This positions it somewhere between a compact desktop and a console, making it perfect for 4K TV gaming, AAA PC titles, couch co-op, full emulator libraries like the PS2, PS3, Switch, etc. Traveling with your entire Steam library, it's small, quiet, and efficient, and finally it fills the living room PC gap. Here are some of the core features advertised by Valve themselves. The Steam Machine is going to be running on SteamOS, no surprise, an OS optimized for gaming with fast suspend and resume and cloud saves. Its small form factor, put it under your TV, set it on your desk, hide it under a banana. It's a powerful PC gaming packed into a roughly 6-inch cube. It's also cool and quiet. Steam Machine keeps cool and runs whisper quiet even while running the most demanding games. It's also ready for all the peripherals and monitors you can throw at it, which is nice to see. You can play games at up to 4K at 60 FPS with FSR thanks to a discrete semi-custom AMD desktop class CPU and GPU. It's available in two storage sizes, 512GB and 2TB. Both come with expandable storage via microSD, which I'm also glad they included. It has Wi-Fi 6E capability plus Bluetooth 5.3 with a dedicated antenna, which is really awesome to see because the Steam Deck you can connect pretty much any controller to it. But also the Steam controller's wireless adapter is built right into the Steam Machine for direct pairing. It's also cool to see that the power supply is built right in, so you don't have to worry about having a giant power brick. Before we move on to the next section, I want to pause for a moment to talk about something that's going to be a major deciding factor for a lot of people: the price. A lot of insiders and bigger channels have already spoken directly with Valve about this, and while nobody has gotten a straight answer, the reactions when people mention about the possibility of the price being $500 to $600, Valve's reaction isn't very promising.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So depending on where Valve positions this thing, the price could shape whether this becomes a mainstream household device or something more niche. If we really are looking at $700, $800, or even $1,000 models, then that's going to impact how many people are actually willing to jump in right away, especially those who aren't already deep into PC gaming or Linux-based platforms. Those higher price ranges can push people who are curious even back to console gaming instead. That's not to say that console gaming isn't expensive, because the prices have been raising, especially with the price hikes for both PlayStation and Xbox. And about those up to 4K 60 claims, remember, up to is the key word. That doesn't mean you're hitting native 4K at 60 FPS in every single game. Just like a PC, you're going to have to access the settings and you'll need to tweak them. Heavy titles, think high-end ray tracing or maxed out Cyberpunk, are not going to be running at 4K 60 on the hardware specs we've seen with this thing. Realistically, it'll run a lot of games well, just not all of them at max settings. Now, Valve themselves say this is achievable with FSR, and I'm okay with FSR as long as it's implemented well, but that right there should tell you that this thing isn't strong enough to do it natively. And honestly, that's fine by me. I'm not getting this thing for cutting edge ultra presets. I'm getting it because on days where I just want to sit back and enjoy my Steam library on a big HDR 4K screen, I want the convenience of a console experience with access to my PC games. And personally, 1440p looks absolutely fantastic on a 4K TV. For me, that's the sweet spot. And that brings up another thing. Unlike console gaming, because this is technically a PC, you can tweak all the graphical settings for games. Usually, we only have up to 3 different modes on a gaming console like the PS5 Pro for performance or quality modes, or a mix between the two. But when it comes to PC gaming, you can change all of those settings. Don't mind turning down the shadows a bit, or let's lower the resolution a little bit as well, just so I can get that solid 60 FPS. You can do that. You can customize your experience so that it suits your needs and preferences. Now, moving into the next section, I want to talk about something huge for me: emulation. The Steam Deck has already been an emulation dream. PS2, PS3, Wii, Wii U, Switch, SNES, you name it, and the Steam machine naturally expands on that in a big way. Imagine playing a PS2 or PS3 game on your big HD TV, but not just as is. These emulators let you run the games in HD, and in some cases even better than HD. There are fan-made HD packs completely free that enhance the textures and visuals far beyond what the original hardware could ever output. In a lot of cases, it feels like having your own personal remaster, especially for games that may never receive an official one. Some will, and that's great, but for everything else, you're no longer stuck waiting or hoping. If there's an old favorite you want to replay, you can experience it in clean, crisp HD presentation on a modern display. Not to mention fan translations. There are a bunch of games that I have that were never released in the US, such as Tales of Rebirth for the PS2. Thankfully, there are dedicated fans that do these translations and release files to patch the game into English. You can take said patch game and put it in your emulator and be running the English version of Tales of Rebirth, thus giving you the opportunity to play it on the Steam Deck or on your TV with the new Steam machine. This is why emulation on a device like the Steam machine is absolutely worth it. Whether portable on the Steam Deck or on the big screen with the Steam machine, having the ability to relive these classics with better visuals, smoother frame rates, and modern controller compatibility makes the experience feel fresh without losing what made those games special in the first place. Now let's move into the second major piece of Valve's new hardware lineup, the brand new Steam controller. For me personally, this thing is exciting because it's Valve finally giving the original Steam controller concept another shot, but with way better ergonomics, modern tech, and actual developer support this time. And honestly, it might end up becoming one of the best hybrid controllers on the market because of what it combines: traditional gamepad inputs, trackpads for precision, gyro for FPS aiming, customizable grip buttons, magnetic hardware, and seamless SteamOS integration. It's basically built to adapt to any PC game, even ones that were never meant for controllers. And as for someone with a Steam Deck, I can tell you, since it's using the same system, that it works really well. Valve took what worked from the first Steam controller and fixed almost everything people didn't like. This new version feels like a true next-gen input device. You've got full-size magnetic thumbsticks, dual trackpads with precision haptics, a full set of A, B, X, Y, and a D-pad, triggers, bumpers, and gyro aiming built in. That's where the capacitive grip sensors come in, because the Steam Deck, when you put your thumbs on the actual thumbsticks, its capacitive sensors can register an input. So you can actually go into the controller settings and set it so that when your thumbs are touching it, it can activate gyro. But you can also have a button activated as well. It's up to you. And lastly, 4 rear grip buttons so you can bind however you want. Here is Valve's overview. Steam controller is built for comfortable and extended play with thumbsticks, buttons, bumpers, and triggers positioned for hands of all sizes. You have the trackpads. Use Steam controller to play even your favorite mouse and keyboard games with increased precision and customizability. It's another way to enjoy fast-paced FPS games. You have motion controls, aim more naturally with gyro, capacitive touch thumbsticks, and a new grip sense feature to achieve even more precision. And next up, we have the grip button buttons. You have 4 buttons on the back. You can choose how to use them all while leaving your thumbs on the trackpads or thumbsticks. And I have to say, this is really handy. I really like doing this for games that, you need to run or jump, but having your thumb on the right analog to aim and look around is kind of difficult to do when you have to press the A or B button to jump. And this way, with the back buttons, you can actually just assign one of those buttons to one of the 4 buttons on the back, and then that way you can jump, aim, and shoot if need be without having to take your fingers off the thumbsticks. But that's just only one scenario. There are many different scenarios and different button setups you can do. Next up, we have the Steam button. The Steam button is both the power button and the quickest way to navigate to your library, the store, game controls, settings, and more. So basically a PS button or Xbox button, a Switch home button, it's all the same. Lastly, we have the quick access menu button. It easily accesses notifications, friend lists, Steam chat, and more. Press and hold to get a handy list of shortcut options in Steam. This button is already on the Steam Deck, and you can actually use it to manage the frame rate for a game also. A game can't handle 60 and it seems to be hovering around 44 FPS, then you can lock the game to 44 or even 40 FPS or 30 FPS, whatever you want. What stands out is how ergonomic and customizable the controller is. It's shaped for long sessions, the grip buttons look comfortable, the trackpads let you play games that normally suck on a regular controller, every button can be remapped, the capacitive touch sensing improves precision, and it supports advanced haptics on both the trackpads and the grips. If you're like me and you love the Steam Deck controls, it looks like we're in for a real treat. I think the magnetic puck is genius. Being able to just connect your controller with the puck and then just have it magnetically snap on sounds pretty awesome to me. The controller also syncs effortlessly with a Steam machine or Steam frame. This device matters because it solves a real problem for PC players. Not all PC games are designed for controllers, but the Steam controller bridges that gap with trackpads, gyro, and custom mapping. So now you can play RTS games, CRPGs, FPS titles with gyro aim, city builders, turn-based games, mouse-heavy indie titles without ever needing to grab a keyboard and mouse in the living room if you don't want to. Keeps the flexibility of PC gaming while giving you the console comfort. For me, this controller is one of the biggest draws of the entire Steam hardware refresh. Sometimes I just want to sit back on the couch and relax and not set up a mouse and a keyboard or even use my Steam Deck. Sometimes I just want to enjoy the TV. This gives me that option without losing precision. And with a battery life of about 35 hours, I think it's going to be well worth our time. But let me know in the comments below, have any of you messed with the original Steam controller? I haven't, but I hated how it looked. I didn't want to use it. It looked like the other controls, the D-pad sucked. It looked like where the analog stick was a little weird. It just wasn't my thing and I never wanted to spend money on it. Now let's move into the last piece of Valve's new hardware lineup, the Steam Frame. And honestly, this is the device that could reshape not just PC VR, but VR as a whole. The Steam Frame is doing something that no major headset on the market is doing right now. Hardware-level foveated streaming, built directly into the headset with dedicated eye tracking cameras that dynamically upscale exactly where you're looking. That means the Steam machine on your PC doesn't have to render the entire frame at the full resolution. It focuses power only where it matters, your direct line of sight. This could be the biggest leap forward for VR performance since inside-out tracking. And unlike PSVR 2, which is chained to a console that many have abandoned or sold, Steam Frame taps into your entire Steam library, your PC VR library, and even emulators. If VR struggles today because people have nothing to play, then the Steam Frame solves that instantly. You already have years of content waiting for you. And for the people who already had a hands-on with the units themselves, they say that the streaming is amazing, so the quality that you're getting is actually really good, which is good to hear because I was kind of worried when I saw it at first. And all of this with no wires. Steam Frame houses some serious engineering. 4 outward-facing tracking cameras, 2 inward-facing eye tracking cameras, snap-on magnetic face gasket, IPD adjustment wheel, front expansion port for modules, high-quality speakers built into the strap, IR illuminators for low-light tracking, USB-C connection for charging and data. The entire design feels modern, modular, and clearly built to last several hardware generations. This thing is a computer itself in its own standalone device. It has a processor, which is Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 16 gigabytes of RAM. You also get the choice between 256 gigabytes gigabytes or 1 terabyte of memory storage. The display is 2160 by 2160 per eye with a refresh rate of 72 to 144 Hz. It's packing its own custom pancake lenses with a field of view of up to 110 degrees, tracking inside out with 4 cameras, eye tracking, 2 cameras for foveated streaming. It also has Wi-Fi 7 and weighs about 440 grams total. Now let's talk about the controllers that come with the Steam frame, because Valve really went back to the drawing board here. These are full 6 degree of freedom motion controllers. They have finger tracking, they have other sensors, and they even managed to fit a 40-hour AA powered battery life into each one. Yes, AA batteries, replaceable. I tend to use rechargeable batteries when that's the case. With AA batteries, they last 40 hours, so that's pretty good. They also use a dedicated 2.4 gigahertz low latency link directly to the headset, which means no Bluetooth bottlenecks, no weird pairing issues, and no random disconnects when you're mid-swing in a VR session. The sticks are a full-size magnetic Hall effect sticks, TMR, which means no drift and long-term reliability, something every VR headset has struggled with, as well as other controllers on the market, but now this is becoming a big thing, which I'm glad to see because this should just be the standard now. I mean, come on, it's about to be 2026, so everyone else should just get with the program already and then just make this a default for every controller. The new main Steam controller also utilizes the same type of sticks, so that's good to see. Haptics are built into both controllers and the grip areas, giving you a high quality level of feedback for high precision games. Few more buttons than we're used to seeing on VR controllers, so here we go. We got the A, B, X, Y buttons, a D-pad, magnetic Hall effect thumbsticks with capacitive touch, L and R analog triggers, L and R bumpers, view menu, and Steam buttons, dual stage grip buttons, haptics in each controller, capacitive sensing on all input surfaces, finger tracking, 2.4 gigahertz dedicated wireless link, like I mentioned, the 40-hour battery life, and they weigh about 130 grams weight per controller with a battery. Steam ecosystem just became universal. With the Steam machine handling powerful living room gaming, the Steam controller bringing back precision controls, and the Steam frame opening up the door to the next-gen eye-tracked VR, Valve has basically built a complete unified ecosystem that can take you anywhere. Living room, desk setup, travel, VR space, hotel rooms, friend's house, anywhere you can plug a small box into a TV. And for people like me who love their Steam Deck but always wished for a true big screen experience without dragging a full gaming PC across the room, this is the answer. Game streaming, VR foveation, PC gaming, emulation, portability. This lineup hits everything. If Valve gets the pricing right, it's going to be a monster hit. If the pricing lands too high, it'll be niche, but still incredibly exciting for enthusiasts. Either way, Valve is swinging big again, and I love that. And that wraps up this breakdown of the Steam machine, the controller, and the Steam frame, the new hardware ecosystem that could redefine how we play games in the next decade. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more coverage on Steam hardware, VR tech, emulation setups, and PC gaming, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Lunar Arcade, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future breakdowns, and drop a comment below telling me which device are you most excited for, the Steam machine, the controller, or the Steam frame, or is it all of them together in a bundle? Thanks for hanging out. This is Lunar, signing off.